Just so I know, all of you received the questions in the chat. Okay, I'm just uh, I'm just waiting the YouTube connect here. So okay, is all nice. Hello YouTube. We are here today to talk about resilience and flexibility. So I will start myself quickly. I'm Yasmin. I'm 19 years old. I'm in Talk and Talk since of September of last year. I started with English and Spanish too. And last week I started as a host here. So I wanna ask to Mari. Mari, could you introduce yourself to us, please?
Sure. Hi, guys. Good afternoon. My name is Maria Angela. I live in Atibaia, São Paulo. I'm 32 years old. I'm married. I graduated in Systems Analysis and Development. I currently work from home. In my free time, I like to cook, listen to music, and read a book, go out to walk, cut my garden. Yesterday, I'm subscribed a new course at the Fundação Bradesco on quality of life at work. Today, I'm started taking a course on a tool that can help me at work. That's it.
So nice. I hope this course help you because it's something that is really important. We have
Yeah.
to all be good for our work, so I hope it help you. So, Ayla, could you introduce yourself for us, please?
Sure. Good afternoon again. My name is Ayla. I'm from Belém. I married. I have one daughter, and I work as a public servant. I work in a judicial area here. I like it to study language. I study English since 2020. Since last year, I started to study French, and on my free time, I I like to rest. I think it's good. I like to do something uh, makes me feel better, and I like to travel when I can. And I think in this moment, uh, I've been studying more in my work area and study and keep it going, study the languages. That's it.
So nice. And you are thinking that for you, English or French are more easier?
Uh, English, because English, I've been since 2020. French, it's difficult because the pronunciation and but there is some similar structure. It's similar to Portuguese, so I think it's easier than English. But even though I think I'm more fascinated with English. I hope in the future I can be better. I can get better in French also, but now I need to improve a lot.
Nice. And about you, Luis? Could you introduce yourself for us?
Yes, for sure. It's a pleasure to be here with you, all of you. Guys, I'm Louis. I'm from Rio de Janeiro. I am a marketing professional. I am a senior marketing professional working with digital marketing, more specifically with search engine optimization. I have a daughter, I have a wife, we live together. And in my free time, when I have a free time just for me, I'm going to the beach. But nowadays, it's more difficult because my daughter has 7 years old and she planned it all the weekend. And today we're going to the party. After that, we're going to having a lunch in the shopping, and after that, we're going to visiting on our cousins. It's so sick, but it happens. And a little comment about French. Last week I was looking for an e-commerce documentation and tutorials because I had so a problem in CMS, and I found it, but in French, and I had to view the video, and the guy speak in a very good time, and I can understand something, but all the things that I want to learn was on the screen, so I had to pay attention. But when how his guy was talking in French, I could understand a lot of things. I think it's not a difficult language, as you said, Ayla. That's it, guys.
So nice. I love it. The plans of your daughter for Sunday. So
Yeah.
so funny.
She's on vacation, so it's the last weekend of the vacation period. We start with the class on Monday.
Oh my God. Good luck for her.
Thanks, God.
So Newton, please introduce yourself for us.
Hi guys, my name is Newton. I'm 62 years old. I have two sons and seven grandsons. I love traveling, and I live in São Paulo, but part of the year I live in Rio Grande do Norte near Natal, and travel at least 2 times a year for there. And I love watching movie too with my wife, and to uh, passear. I love passear with my grandsons, my sons.
So
That's it.
nice. So I wanna ask to Newton, how do you feel when you have to change your plans? How do you handle it?
Oh, um, and sometimes I am mm, a little nervous. Sometimes I'm a little nervous. I don't want to change my plans, but I have to accept sometimes when things go wrong. I think that's it.
I understand you. I think in years ago when I was more young, I was in that way. So if I had to change any plan, I became frustrated and became angry too. And but nowadays I'm trying to be more, I don't know, soft maybe. I try to just accept, like you said, because when we need to change our plans, there is not nothing to do. So I try to just accept. But
Yeah.
few years ago, I was more angry for that. So,
Okay.
Luis, how's the changes work for you? How do you feel when you need to change your plans?
As I would always say, depends. That's depends. Everything is the depends that what is going on. If it is a change in a job, we have to pay attention about that, what we have planned to this task for running it in a good time to deliver that, but sometimes you have to change. And if the solicitation is, how can I say, in a good mode, I think I can say about that. I don't have the right expression that I want to say, but if he was in a good mode, okay. But if it's just a comment for people that don't have participated on the previous planet, I don't change the plan because they just want to change a thing that the people haven't participated on my daily life. Sometimes it happens, but it's not so common because here we are not too much people in this house. We have two, me and my wife and a kid, so we can do what we want. Sometimes the kid wants to go out for a different place, and that's okay with the child. And we are fathers and mothers, and we have to do that. But okay, but when it's making in a good mode, if it's just an idea that happens on the mind of a people. Oh, I just want to play. No, no, no. Sorry, I will not change it.
Sometimes it's difficult to like you plan everything. You just think in all possibilities and just appear some person and say, "Oh, you can make it totally different." So it's difficult to say to the person, I waste my time here, I waste my energy here, and you
Yes,
want
I was I was looking for expressions about this subject, and I know new two expressions. Can know it all. It's user to describe a person who act like knows everything,
Mm,
frequently offering consultants or opinions without solicitation. And the other one is busybody. Busybodies is a person who enter in a subject in that they are not invited. So I love to make some research before enter in this conversation to learn some new terms. These two terms are new for me, you know. Interesting.
I just love these terms. Could you put these terms here in chat for us?
Yes, I will do that. Just a
Okay,
minute.
thank you. Um,
I have
Mari.
the
Oh, go
permission
ahead,
to
go
do
ahead.
that. Yes, I have.
Thank you, Luis. I
This
will
is in
note
Portuguese.
here.
I try to explain that in English because we are in an English conversation for sure. I avoid to speak Portuguese here, but I try to understand and say, how can I understand that? That's it.
I love your explanation, and I will keep these expressions with me because are good expressions. I love it.
Yeah, great.
So, Mari, how do you handle when you need to change your plans?
Oh my gosh, this time is very difficult for me, but I'm feel nervous that the change my plans because I am the person have the plans every day, day by day. I make my ideas. And sometimes I make the plans, but I have more. more or less difficult about this change my plans. Um, I like live in the plan, in routine, in the plan, routine plan. I don't know, say this, talk this, but I before I had many difficult or more difficult, extremely difficult. But I understand day by day that is necessary for me. That's it.
I am as like you. I love to make a plan and follow the plan, but I try to be okay with changes. So
It's okay for me. Yeah, I think so. It's necessary. Depend the plan. Depend the plan.
yeah, because sometimes the change is just unbelievable. For example, if you plan a travel for years and the day of the travel happens something, I don't know, is something really, really hard to handle, I think. But I think changes of day by day are more easy and sometimes necessary can be good too. I don't know, I had um some things that happened before that the change was good for me. At the moment, I became angry, of course, but after I look at other perspective, and I just noticed that the change was good to me too. So I don't know, like you said, sometimes necessary.
Yes.
And about you, Ayla, how do you handle it?
Um, I think I agree with you all, but for me, it depends on the situation. For example, if I was really look forward to something, I will probably feel like so devastated and disappointed, upset, because I think in the first moment I will feel uh, like this. So because as you said, Yasmin, uh, I feel like oh my gosh, I waste my time. I put so effort on it. I dedicated myself, and it's complicated when that's happened. But after after that, I try to stay calm, to take a deep breath, and to look at the situation in for other perspective, some, maybe. And I try to figure out, uh, I don't know, other alternative, other no, the best or a better alternative. And if it's possible, for sure. It's not, if it's not possible, I try to adapt that to me, to adapt to me. I don't know. Uh, and uh, to keep a positive attitude. I think it's good because it doesn't work if you just complain a lot and uh, I'm so sad, I'm so upset because everything got wrong. Unfortunately, you need to be positive and to move on. Let's move on and let it go and try again. I think. I think it's good. I think it works better for me. Try again.
So nice. I love your opinion about it. So I wanna ask to Mari. Mari, could you choose any question for us, please?
Sure.
And answer it too.
Okay. What does resilience mean to you? I believe it's about being flexible in the face of situation, change your comportamento, né? How can I say in English? Diante this difficult. I believe feel diante the situation, feel don't have a feel nervous, or it's normal feel nervous, but your mind um, understand the situation, uh, tornando the situation flexible. I think this.
I search here, and comportamento is behavior. I will put here. It's a good word.
Thank
And
you.
I really feel like it's normal. We feel stressful and frustrated by changes, but we can't be stopped by it. So I think resilience is about it. You suffer a change and you need to keep going. You need to focus on your objectives and keep going, even with the changes, with the challenge too. So for me, resilience is that. And about you, Newton,
Oh,
does resilience mean to you?
resilience. I think when you can um, when you can recover from difficult situations, problems in life, and you have condition to recover and get up and go ahead, not to stuck in a moment. You know, I think that's it.
So nice. So, Ayla, what does this word resilience mean to you?
For me, resilience is what like we said before. I think resilience it's about keeping uh, a positive attitude and to try to find ways to overcome your challenges, uh, and because of the time there is challenges in our life, and they might be so difficult, but I think resilience, when we are resilient, we try to be able to handle about it, and to deal with about it, and to do your best to overcome it. And yeah, I think for me it's a like a to be able to be a ability to don't stop from your from obstacles. I think that's it.
So nice. I love your perspective about it. I think is that like when you face some situation and you didn't have the tools to overcome sometimes, like if you are working in a position and you need to change your position and you don't know something and you be positive by it, and you search to develop your skills to be able to do a new position. I think is resilience too. I think it is use a kind of flexibility too, like Mari said before. So, Luis, and about you, what do you think about it?
I am a really resilient person. I have a lot of examples in my whole life about resilience. I learned with all of those situations that resilience is about to trust yourself, to be confident, and to believe in yourself. If you have an objective and you are in doubt about something, and go for a solution, enter in a research and do the things. Don't leave the things in the middle of the way, you know. Have lots and lots and lots of examples. Yesterday, I make activity on LinkedIn in 1996. In 1996, I was with 23 years old. And I entered in a big pharmaceutical company with 23 years old. I am a trainee, and after 6 or 8 months, they contracted me, and I turned a big key on my life. I was looking for the photo, for picture that I have in a rooftop of a building in the center of São Paulo after more than 20 or 30 days just studying things like below penicillin and a few things about medicines. I worked for Pfizer for something about 5, 6 years. I stayed there for more than 30 days to study, and I need to be a grade like 8. If I don't have a grade like 8, they will not contract me. And we're talking about things that I haven't heard about. I was a trainee for sure. I was having handled some materials, but then you enter in a high level situation, it's difficult. And I could advance it to it. And with 33 years old, after that, I never taken a bus again. You know, I have my own car, and after that, my life changed for another way, you know. And this is resilience, trust in yourself and study.
So nice. So congrats for your for this, because isn't easy. Study and work is something that gets us so tired, and I am feel happy that you overcome it and became a good professional.
Yes,
So
but
congrats.
it's resilience don't happen only in rapid situations, on success situations. You have the other side too, you know. I have a lot of example in my life. I have 52 for sure. I have examples. I will not tell about this because we are going to talk all the day, and other people who want to have the opportunity to talk. But you have to be resilient in the same ways, in a negative way and in a positive way. You have to trust and believe in yourself, you know.
I agree with you. It's totally necessary to always be developing and going ahead, even with so difficult situations, because if we stop it, we can live our life. So it's necessary, even in difficult situations, it is necessary for Oh no, healthy. I think when we stop it, we start to, I don't know, for me, for example, when I stop it with my objectives, even in days that I am not feeling good, I feel like, oh my God, I'm frustrated. I need to continue my things. So I think it's always necessary, always keep going and going ahead. So, Luis, I wanted to ask you if you can choose other question and answer it too.
Yes. First of all, I will congratulate you. The subject was very interesting, and it's important to talking about that. I will follow the sequence. I will go to the number four, probably you can advance it with other ideas. Can you share a time when you had to be resilient to overcome a challenge? As I said, this is one of the challenges in the case of successful, but when the things going wrong, you have to be resilient too. I remember in 2016, my wife was pregnant and I lose my job. And I have a big trouble there. They don't pay me nothing. And with my wife pregnant, I stay in panic. And I'm going to drive an Uber for like something 1 year and a half driving an Uber. I have my own car, they are new, and I put there. And after 1.5, I say, oh my God, what's happening in my life? I have a daughter, which don't have 1 year, and I have to change my life. So I sit here in this table in front of this screen and retake my digital warrior. I had e-commerce for 9 years, when I lived in São Paulo. So it's not new for me handle digital optimizations for websites, e-commerces, and other things. And I sit here and update me to stay update what with the feeds, what happens. I build my own website. I learning with of my own errors, and after a few months, I start to do some jobs from my network. And after other few months, they enter in contact me with the message in LinkedIn. Hey, Louis, I have seen your jobs. We want to talk with you. We are a SEO marketing agency. We want to talk with you. And then after that, it starts to working for agencies. Uh, you have to be resilient to do that. Sometimes when you don't live with your fathers and your mother who have the financial support, it's important to sit on the table, planning your life, and trusting yourself.
So good tips. I am really, really happy that you can overcome this difficult situation. I can even imagine how was it, the situation that you talked about. And it's difficult, and you was so strong to overcome this. So congrats for it.
Thank you.
And for me, a time that I need to be resilient to overcome a challenge, I think was in last year because after to finish my high school, I get into a company to work for it, and isn't past even 1 month because I always wanted to finish the school and started to work to buy my own things. I didn't like too much to ask things to my parents, so I started to work in a quick way. And I worked for a few months in this company, and this company need to reduce his spending, so they make spending cuts, and because of that, they I forgot the word. They dispense some employers for there, and and I was dispensed too. And I was like, oh my God, IT is an area that is becoming more and more difficult to get into. I was dispensed by my company. What I do now, I started to feel really, really sad about it because I didn't like to ask things to my parents. And in that time, I was paying my medic plan and pay my own bills. So this was like difficult to me. And I passed a few months unemployed. And of course, in the first weeks, I was depressed and I was, oh my God, I will can do nothing. And after this, I started to focus on my studies. So I passed like 10 hours per day studying. And few months after this, uh, I get into in another position in another company. So this was my experience that I can overcome a challenge. And for you, Mari, could you share a time when you had to be resilient to overcome a challenge?
In my case, every day I face a new challenge. This is normal, whether at home, with friends, or situations that I have to resolve. I believe that resilience has to be daily, and it is only exercising when we are faced with difficulties. Even noticing this when searching for job vacancies. Since I left the company last year, it's very competitive, and it's very difficult to find a new job for me. It's a big resilience about this search this new job. It's normal during the time uh, I make this freelancer, and but I search this new opportunity in the job.
I, I totally não sei como falar em inglês, eu torço muito por você. It's something that is really, really difficult to find. A job is difficult, but when it comes in the best way. I think sometimes things need to expect a time to get for us because it's a good thing. So we need to be prepared for it. And I think you are preparing for it now. And when the opportunity comes, you are prepared to enjoy it. So I really hope this happened for you.
Thank you.
And Naila, what's your challenge that you overcome?
First of all, congratulations, Luis. Yeah, Yasmin, I am married. Uh, uh, because it's difficult to overcome bad situation. And for me, it's no different. Uh, I I started working so young, and when I was at college, I got pregnant, and it was a difficult moment for me because I needed to study, to work, and when my daughter was born, I I needed to support her and to be responsible for other person. And I was in that moment 22 years old, and I needed a lot of dreams for me. I I intend to to go for another state, to work in another state, but in that moment, I needed to give up this because I was a mother now. So, and it was a hard moment because I noticed uh, I had a bad job. I was so frustrated there, so unhappy. And but on the other hand, I I needed the salary to support my daughter or my family too. Uh, and I decided to study hard to to change my job to get a new position in another job. And it was a so hard moment in my life. But I think I was resilient a lot because when I failed, when I made a mistake and I I didn't accomplish my wanted to change, I I tried again. And I studied more. I dedicated myself. I I was so disciplined in that moment, and I got this job. So it was a happy moment in my life because I could have I could get better financial situation and be happy. Feel like I'm proud of myself because this uh, I could see how I was able to achieve something if I really dedicated myself to do it. And it was no easy. It was no easy, but I did it. I accomplished, and I think it's for me. It's a resilient example, and but I think when I remember it, I I remember in a lot of moments when I cry. I cried alone. I feel so, I don't know, lost because I asked to myself, oh, I don't know if I I I could no. I I'm able to support to overcome uh all of it to achieve what I want. And but I think when you, as Louis said, when you thirst and when you believe in yourself, it's possible. Yeah, that's it.
I can even imagine how was the situation for you. It was very, very, very hard and you can overcome it. So congrats. You are so strong for it. Am I happy to you could achieve the things that you wanted in that time. So congrats, Ayla. So Newton, could you
Oh,
tell for us a time that you had to be resilient to overcome a challenge?
okay, sure. Um, I heard about friends here about difficult situations. I have a time to in 2007. I began a business, transport business with a truck with a friend. My friend, he was experiencing in this area, but he's he was a driver, uh, and my two sons and I, we put all the money in that business, but things didn't go right. These things went so wrong. We lost all the money put in the business. Um, but that by that time, I worked in a company, but I didn't have conditions to have a food in my house by that time. It was so terrible. Um, my bank accounts, all in red position. Um, Credit card too. I have we had a so high money to pay in a credit card. As I said, we don't have food in my house. For that situation. I remember when I received my salary of the month, all the money the bank took, all the money when I received my salary. The situation during 4 months, 4 months. In the final of the business, I had to sell this truck. I had to sell this truck, and I think I have to have a big resilience by that time. I remember we don't have not any money. It was a terrible time. But thank God we sell the truck. I lost the capital. My two sons lost the capital too. But I thank God when this time passed, I continue working for that company until be retired. My two sons, they have a company, online company, so in a good situation with my two sons, and I thank God to pass for that moment alive. I think that's it.
Congrats to have passed through the situation. I can't even imagine how was it, but congrats. I really happy that you can overcome and solve all of it. It is really hard when we invested on something that at the end didn't work. I remember a situation involving my grandfather. He used a lot of money to construct houses to I don't know how is the expression when you have a house and you receive money to other people live on that monthly. I forgot the word for that, but she built houses to do it, and at the end, the people that lived there didn't pay him, and she wasted a lot of money. So, well, it is really, really hard when we invest in something and didn't work, but I think it is a hard situation that can help us to be resilient because resilience is something that we learn. I think we learn in bad moments because if always all the things be good, we can't be resilient because we didn't pass through difficult situations. So I think it's necessary to be resilient sometimes.
Yeah.
So guys, we don't have so much time, so I want to ask to you, Newton, how you think for this conversation? Did you like it?
Well, as our friend Luis said, uh, it's a nice theme to talk, even though about resilience, that's not easy to have. But I think it was um, very good for us that immersion. Thank you for your idea about the team.
It's me that thank you to you all to have here. It is really, really good. Keep a conversation with you all. And Mari, how was the conversation for you?
For me, it's very interesting. This time is very interesting too. I would like participate in this immersion. I learned the new words. Uh, I remember these points the view, different points of view. I respect your opinion. Thank you so much for sharing um, these themes about your life. Thanks so much, guys.
Ayla, how was the conversation for you?
I like it a lot, this conversation. Congrats you, Yasmin, for bringing this subject. I think the subject pushes to share our experience, and it's good. I like it a lot to remember this and to use it as a motivation to keep it going, to improve more. Yeah, that's it. Thank you a lot.
And for you, Luis, how was the conversation?
Great conversation. Thank you to all of you. Different point of views, different life situations. Sometimes some human research will ask you about how resilient you are. This is a question that people make in some interview, but when I handle this kind of situations in some job things, I feel so tired about that, you know. This here is an informal conversation talking about, but when people talk with you in a serious mode, and how resilient as you are, I don't want to tell things about my life to that people, and I had to enter in a switch mode. Oh yes, I'm a really resilient person because I am focused on my job. I'm thinking about it so boring, but this is a great subject and a great tip.
So, guys, I'm really happy that you like it to this subject and to be here with me for this 1 hour. I want to share with you a survey. The answers is anonymous, so if you can answer it, put some feedback, some notes for it, and if you wanted to send me idea of a subject, I read it too. So, guys, that I think that's it. I will pause